right, let's talk about one of the most exciting and maybe a little nerve-wracking parts of buying a house in Ontario, making the offer.
So you did it. You found the one. You've walked through it. You can already picture your furniture in there. So what's next? Well, you've done the searching, you're pre-approved, and now it's time to take that massive next step, submitting a formal offer to make it yours. Okay, section 1. How do we go from just looking at a for sale sign to actually putting a formal offer on the table? This is where your interest gets serious, and it all starts with a legally binding proposal that your agent from the Bouma Group helps you put together. Yeah, so what is an offer, really? It's not a handshake deal or a casual chat. It's a formal, written document, officially called an agreement of purchase and sale. It lays out every single one of your terms. And here's the kicker. Once the seller signs it and you both agree, boom, it's a binding contract.
All right, section 2. Let's break down the 4 key ingredients that make up a strong offer. Think of these as the building blocks.
Okay, so here they are: the purchase price, your deposit, the closing date, and any conditions. Now, what's so interesting is how these 4 things play off each other. It's not just about the price. Sometimes a really solid deposit or a closing date that the seller loves can make your offer stand out, even if it isn't the highest. So let's talk price. This isn't a guessing game, it's a strategic move. Your agent is going to dig into the data. What's the asking price? Sure, but more importantly, what have similar homes in the area actually sold for recently? We're also looking at the property's condition and what the market's doing right now. All of that helps you land on a number that makes sense.
Next up, the deposit. You can think of this as putting your money where your mouth is. It's a sign of good faith. It tells the seller, hey, I'm serious about this and I have the funds to back it up. It's your skin in the game, and it makes a huge difference.
The closing date. This is the big day, the day you get the keys. It's usually somewhere between 30 and 90 days away. But, this date is a huge point of negotiation. Maybe the sellers need to find their next place, or maybe they want a super quick sale. Being a little flexible here can be a really powerful tool in your toolbox. And finally, conditions. I want you to think of these as your personal safety nets. They are so important. The most common ones are for financing and a home inspection. Basically, they say, I'll buy this house if my financing comes through, and if the inspection doesn't turn up any huge problems. If those things don't happen, you can often walk away. No harm, no foul. Okay, section 3, you've submitted your offer. Now what? Well, this is where things get interesting. Welcome to the negotiation dance. The ball is now in the seller's court, and they've got a few options. They could just accept it. Awesome. The deal moves forward. They could also just let it expire. Basically, they don't respond, and the offer just dies. But honestly, the most common thing that happens is a sign back. That's when they make you a counteroffer. And this is such a crucial point. Getting a sign back can feel like a no, but it's absolutely not. It's actually a yes, but. It means they're interested and they want to start negotiating. This is where having an expert agent in your corner is a total game changer, because they'll guide you through all that back and forth. So what does a sign back look like? You'll literally see it on the paper. They'll cross out a term, 9 times out of 10, it's the price, write in their new number, and put their initials right there. And just like that, it's a brand new offer. But this time it's from them to you. Okay, I really want to stress this part. Once this dance starts, it moves fast, like really fast. You have to be ready to make some big decisions, and you have to make them quickly. So stay close to your phone and be ready to chat with your agent at a moment's notice. And when I say fast, I mean it. It is totally normal to have less than 24 hours to look over a counteroffer and decide what you're going to do next. This isn't the time to second-guess yourself. It's about clear, quick decisions based on the game plan you've already set up with your agent. All right, section 4, after all the back and forth, you're going to end up in one of 2 places. The best one, you've got an accepted offer. Congratulations! You and the seller have agreed on everything, all the paperwork is signed, you've got a deal. It is a fantastic feeling. But your work isn't quite done yet. Because that deposit we talked about, it's due, and it's due fast. Usually you have just 24 hours from the moment of acceptance to get that money to the seller's brokerage. This is exactly why you need to have those funds liquid and ready to go before you even think about making an offer. And we're not talking about a small amount of cash here. Depending on the price of the home, it's very common for a deposit to be in that $20,000 to $30,000 range.
So that part of your down payment needs to be sitting in a bank account, not locked away in some investment where you can't get to it immediately.
Then there's path B. And look, sometimes you just can't make the numbers work. You can't find that common ground. And you know what? That is perfectly okay. It can be a real bummer for sure, but it's way better to walk away than to get locked into a deal you're not 100% comfortable with.
This quote says it all, really. If one deal falls through, the search goes on. And the best part is, there's always another house. This whole experience just makes you smarter and more prepared for the next one. And your agent at the Bouma Group, they're going to be right there with you, ready to jump on that next great opportunity.
So, to wrap it all up, it really boils down to these 3 things. 1, be prepared. Have your money ready. 2, be decisive. Things move fast, so you have to be ready to act. And 3, be guided. Lean on your agent. They are your expert navigator through this whole thing.
And that really brings us to this final thought. Knowing just how fast these negotiations can fly, what's the single most important question you should be asking your agent before you even think about writing that first offer? Mull that one over, because having the answer before you're in the hot seat, well, that's what's going to give you the confidence to make the right move when it counts.